Should I disclose a felony on my job application? Have you ever wondered if you should mention a felony on your job application? This is a common concern for many individuals with a criminal record. Let's break down the important factors to consider. First, it is legal for employers to ask about criminal history, including felonies, on job applications. However, laws vary by state. Some places have rules that prevent employers from asking about criminal history until after an initial interview. This is known as ban the box. It allows applicants to be evaluated based on their qualifications before their record is considered. Next, the Fair Credit Reporting Act governs background checks. This law restricts reporting certain negative information older than 7 years for jobs that pay below a specific salary. However, this rule usually does not apply to felony convictions. Employers can often see felony records regardless of how much time has passed since the conviction, unless state laws say otherwise. Employers also need to follow guidelines from the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. These guidelines suggest that employers should not automatically reject applicants with felony convictions. Instead, they should consider whether the felony is relevant to the job duties. Factors like the nature of the felony, how long ago it happened, evidence of rehabilitation, and the applicant's work history after the conviction are all important. In some cases, certain employers or licensing boards may require you to disclose specific felony convictions, especially if the crime relates directly to the job. If you do not disclose a felony when asked, it could lead to disqualification or termination if discovered later. From a practical standpoint, being honest about a felony conviction is often the best approach, especially if the application specifically asks for this information. Providing context, like any rehabilitation efforts or positive changes in your life since the conviction, can help reduce any negative perceptions. If the application does not ask about your criminal history, or if the law prohibits such questions at that stage, you may not need to disclose it. In summary, whether to disclose a felony on a job application depends on legal requirements, employer policies, and the relevance of the felony to the job. Carefully read the application questions, understand your state laws, and think about how disclosure might impact your chances. If you are unsure, seeking legal advice or employment counseling can be a wise choice.